watch this video. There is no audio. Actually, only video.
Is a potter?
Potter preparing the clay.
Yeah.
The voice is not coming, no?
Yeah, there is no voice, only video. Only video.
Okay.
It is a preparation that is happening to prepare make a pot.
Yes, absolutely.
क्या परसेंट
1% पूरी नहीं कर सकता तो इस फ्लो करता है कहाँ फ्लो कर रहा
उसको लगा दो
वो वाला ऐसे ठीक होता
I will request everyone to mute, please. Mr. Vinit Kumar, please mute.
Yeah. Beautiful art, isn't it? Yes. How beautiful he makes the pot. He spent all his energy to prepare the clay. Then only the clay is ready to make the pot. How beautiful art this is. See, the same way the teacher-student relationship is like potter and the clay. So the potter is a teacher, actually. He prepares the mind of a student. He should spend his energy to prepare the mindset of the students. the teacher should know the responsibility of his job. Actually, nowadays, the students are all equipped very well. They are academically, they are knowledgeable. But do you find, is there any balance in their interpersonal relationship? Not like that. Nowadays, there is some drawback in the interpersonal relationship. So we are going to share our ideas how the teacher should have a good interpersonal relationship with the students. That is the key point to develop the engagement of the students. So I'm going to assume you all as a teachers, okay? And also I assume myself also as a teacher. Then only I can add the points to share with you, like I'm going to say like this, I'm going to do like this, likewise. And also I make the word you have to do this, you are doing like this. Likewise, I can add this subject in my delivery. Okay, thank you. I think you assume yourself as a teacher. Okay, I myself, if I accept myself as a teacher, means suddenly a sentence comes in my mind. I want to be a good teacher in my school. I want to be a best teacher in my district. And then I want to be a best teacher in my state, Tamil Nadu. And then I think about, I want to be a best teacher in India. Then suddenly I got an idea about the global wise. Who is the best teacher in the global wise? I researched that in the Google and I got some points. Actually, the Global Teacher Prize, it's a very, very, very acceptable character in the society. So 2021 winner, Keisha Therapy, really, she dedicated her entire life for her students. She is an immigrant, refugee from Africa to America. So she came from a poor family. She knows what are the difficulties they face, the refugee and immigrants face. So she started to help the students for the first generation of American. She is an English teacher in the international school in America, and she worked for the students inside the classroom as well as outside the classroom. And she encouraged the athletic students, and she helped the students to get the scholarship and how to enter into the college, how to make their skills develop. Likewise, entirely she dedicated her life to the students. In last 2018-19, she got the achievement, lifetime achievement award also. I think she resembles the role model of a teacher that satisfied the advice of Swami Vivekananda. Really, I feel the same role model of a teacher from the Vivekananda's teaching. What actually her motto, what is her motto for the students is, don't let your past affect your future. See, we are also have the same ideas in our culture also. You might be poor when you born, but you should not be poor when you die. The same idea she taught to her students. Still now, she is connected with a big crowd of students. That is her ability, that is her potential as a good teacher. So I think she followed the advice of Swami Vivekananda. Swami, what is the education system taught by Swami Vivekananda? Actually, everything is inside you. That is the slogan taught by Swamiji. Every knowledge is inside a child. He should manipulate the knowledge. You may have a question in this part. That is, then already the child is having the knowledge. So why should there be a necessity of a teacher like this? No, not like that. To manifest the knowledge, there should be an external motivation that will help the child to manifest its knowledge. That is the role of the teacher. Actually, we know the responsibility of teachers, as we are as a teacher, and we know the responsibility, but still now we are lacking something. We are not achieving our goal. We are not concentrate in each and every individual. Why? I think about this. Why? Why? Because there is ignorance. Touch your heart and accept this. We are having some ignorance. The knowledge is inside our soul. The ignorance covers the soul. So the ignorance, the teacher having the ignorance, who teaches the student, the same ignorance is passed to the students, and they are also manifest their ignorance. So the negative energy is passes to the students. That is the lagging. We are not understand our responsibility. We should have the mentality that we should be a best teacher in our school. So I'm working as a social worker. I'm going to give a future of the India in a fruitful manner, in a prosperity level. So I should know the responsibility. I should take away the ignorance from my mind itself. Then that positive energy will transmit to the children. That is actually the main key point, that is ignorance. We should take away the ignorance from our mind. Then that will help to engage the students. We can understand easily the individual's knowledge and how they are connected to us. If I am teaching in a class, they are physically presented, but I don't know whether they are mentally connected to us, to me. So if I am not in an ignorant state, if I am in a presence of consciousness, then that will bring some awareness in my mind. That helps me to engage my students in a fruitful manner. That is the teaching way in our traditional culture. In ancient India, the traditional Indian concept of education is Gurukulam. Everyone knows about it. See, on seeing this picture, what are the things comes to your mind? So Chanakya, Arthashastra, Bhattacharya, the famous scholars in the history whose names are imprinted in the history, the names coming in our mind. How beautifully designed the education system in the ancient time. It was appreciated by worldwide. The Nalanda University. There are so many universities all over India, the eastern side, northern side, the west and south. In the south, Kanjipuram University was there, Already the Pragatishwaran Temple University also presented at the ancient time in South India. So the people, students from the worldwide, they are very much interested to join this university. More than 10,000 foreign students were presented in the Nalanda University. They want the teaching method. They concentrated in the holistic well-being of a student, not only the academic. They know about their skills. They know each and every individual, and also the discipline that is followed in each and every individual's mind. From morning to night, they are having their routine life. In between that, they improve their academic, the Vedas and the Upanishad, everything they study, they learn, they listen, and then they do the various arts. 64 arts are also practiced by the students in the Gurukulam. They lived with Guru. So they developed their own skills, how to lead the life, how to improve their own skill. Each and every student have their own particular unique skill. The Guru knows. Every day he examines each and every individual. They were not writing the examination. Orally, the Guru asked questions and he analyzed how he is performing every day, how he is disciplined, how he followed the rules, everything he judged. And then he added some new ideas, innovated ideas to each and every individual. For some intellectual students, there might be a simple strategies used, but for the not more intellectual students, they have to implement more strategies, innovative strategies to mold the student to lead a happy life. So you may ask a question in this area also, because why it is ruined? This system of education is not followed nowadays. If it is very fine, if it gives if the output was very fine, means why should we follow the same type of education? Only it is a very bad news. That is actually the British, the invader, they came to India and understand the culture, how our culture is developed, how the personalities are developed from Gurukulam. They want to destroy our universities. The Nalanda, Dakshana, every universities they destroyed, and they killed the gurus. So nowadays we are lagging such type of education system. We adopted the British type of education. Still now we are following the same education system. That is the main thing. We are not having such a great scholars like Chanakya and Ardhashastra. Even though we are having good students from India, that is the beauty of our culture. Actually, what we are practicing nowadays, the teacher-centered classes. So again, we have to think and how to be add some innovative ideas inside our teaching system. See, the teacher-centered approach. Teacher is standing in front of us and we are listening. She vomiting what she learned, and then we students are observed whether they are connected to the teacher mentally or they are not connected. The teacher doesn't know about it, but her duty is conveying the message to these students. That's all. That is really the teacher-centered approach is going on in most of the schools. But there should be student-centered approach. In so many schools, now they follow the student-centered approach. Here, I would like to give the breakout room, and you can share your memorable moments of your favorite teacher. It was actually, it might be wonderful. And also another one question, what is your ideas about students engagement? I will give you 20 minutes to the breakout room, and you share the ideas for these two questions. Sapreji, can you help me to allot the breakout room? Sapreji?
Okay, sure, we will do that. I think there are 35 participants.
How many rooms do you want?
35 means 4 rooms.
35, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
creating 4 rooms. The rooms are now open.
Yeah. Oh no, not it joined.
Yes, I think everyone is back in the main room. Yes.
Speaker on.
$35 was there. Actually, now 29 are present. So
Yeah, some admissions actually happened during when we were in the mid.
Yes, so people were actually dropping in and rejoining and all of that.
oh,
Yeah, so I think people will probably rejoin. So I'll take care of letting people in, so we can continue.
Okay, thank you. All breakouts room are now actually emptied. No, everybody is in the main flow now.
Yes, everyone is back in the main room.
okay.
Yeah.
Challenge. Okay. Can I start?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me ask their experience from the room number 1.
Yeah, I am Narendra Naik. So from room number 1, I have been caught off guard because S.N. Mathur sir was supposed to represent our room. Suddenly he had to leave because of some family emergency. So whatever we have discussed, I am coming out with that. First thing is favorite teacher. A teacher who connects to student well at a heart level becomes a favorite teacher. And secondly, a teacher who can see the potential in the student, which student himself has not seen, becomes a favorite teacher. And the second point is, if I love English and Sujata ma'am is my teacher, she will be my favorite teacher.
Okay.
So same way, whatever subject is favorite to me, that teacher will become naturally favorite to me. These are the 3 points we could find how a teacher can, my favorite teacher will become, why she will become or he will become favorite teacher to me. Then engaging the students. On that part, Mr. Upadhyaya, who is himself a teacher, and he gave a lot of inputs, and he pointed out that it is not only the academics, it is in all areas of life. The engagement should happen. Then only it is a true engagement. Upadhyaya sir, can you help me? I am missing out some point.
Okay.
About
Yes,
engagement part, you can please take
Yeah.
please.
So this is one of the critical things on students' engagement, where some teachers become favorite and some teachers, they are envied by the students. Why? Because number one, they are not able to properly engage with the students by inculcating this quality of asking questions from the students. Because a teacher always feels, being I myself a teacher, I've been teaching for last 25 years. So somehow it has been fixed in our mind that it is the sole right of the teacher to ask questions and not the students. So we should always constantly encourage the students to ask questions. The way we arouse the interest when the students they ask questions, then a proper two-way process of learning takes place. When a teacher, because students are hungry and hungry for the answers. So many they want answers in so many fields, not only in academics, in their personal life also. And when you are not able to cater to their hunger by answering proper questions, that is where the students they are misled and they fall in a bad company and they pick up the intoxication part and all these things. When we realize later on, because we were as a teacher, we did not do our duty in answering their question, neither we aroused interest. So what happens when even a student wants to ask a question, we'll just tell him, shut up, first let me finish my lesson, and then you can ask questions. And secondly is that queries cannot be graded. It is a bad habit of teacher who grade the questions. Like they say good questions, average questions, stupid questions. So when we do this, we are discouraging the students from asking questions. Asking questions is a habit which should be inculcated by the teacher among the students so that they can ask questions. And this is how you can engage the students. It should not be a one-way process where you speak, and then when the period gets over, the class gets over, you come out and you think that you have done your job well. No, it's not that. So this is what I wanted to say tonight.
Thank you, Upadhyayji. This is what is the output from room number 1, Kanaka. Thank you.
Thank you, Narendra ji, and as well as Ravi ji. Excellent perspective. Actually, that's why I say I assume yourself as a teacher now. The first sentence, that is absolutely correct. Ravi sir, what he explained his own perspective. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. And then we will see the next room number 2.
Friends, are we room number 2?
Yes, we are room number 2.
Okay. Mr. Vaidi, wishing to take the lead?
No, Sujata ji, floor is yours.
Okay. Well, coming to this teaching and teacher community, all I would say, 4 qualities define a teacher. First thing is a teacher should be a good communicator. Second thing, a teacher should be a very good listener. Without the listening skill, the teacher is never defined in its professionalism. Third thing, they should be willing to learn lifelong because that learning helps them to facilitate elsewhere. And there is a 4th rule, which is a thumb rule for every teacher based on situations. They are either leniently strict or strictly lenient. This is the approach they should carry. So with these 4 qualities, every teacher is connected to by 1 or 2 students as one of their favorite teachers. Why the connect happens, we cannot define it because there's emotional bonding also. And beyond that, in our room, there are various subject teachers who have been, fondly recalled by all the members, biology, English, music, and other subjects. But what I professionally wish to share is, when it comes to subjects, I think technical subjects, teachers are hard pressed for time. Whereas when it comes to languages, arts, and humanities, the time is a little overflowing. So there is a little bit of psychological teaching because languages especially, they are more towards psychology, the way to speak, what words to use. So when all this is being reflected, definitely the teacher becomes a favorite with maybe a single student or maybe all students. That's the defined future of a teacher. That is what we believe of teachers becoming favorite to one and all. And second thing is, the student engagement part is a teacher should allow a student to express his or her views. That's one point. Second thing is, permit them to ask questions, even if there's a, there is a paucity of time, we are running out of the scheduled class hour or whatever it is, permit them to ask questions. take criticism from them, because now it has become a student-centric teaching fraternity, no more a teacher-centric. Treat them like friends, engage them in group activities, allow them to take leadership. And all this becomes student engagement and favoritism of a teacher's perspective together, that makes the entire teaching the most noble of all professions. This is from room number 2, Sujata Balaji and my team members. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sujata ji. There is no wonder that you are presented your perspective, because you already a good educationist. We all know that. So you beautifully explained about the 4 characteristics of a good teacher. And then you mentioned about the emotional point. That is the lagging. I think so in our education system nowadays. Very, very beautifully you explain the duties of teachers and as well as the teaching, the way of teaching. Very, very nice. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Kanaka ma'am, I just
Yes.
have a very short incident, very effective.
Okay.
It was one of our sessions where one of my students, senior students, they redefined a teacher as a cheater. For a moment, I was confused because teacher and cheater have the same letters. I took up my grit and I said, yes, we are cheaters. Student was confused that I accepted teachers are cheaters. Then I told them, we cheat on our me time, we cheat on our family time, we cheat on our sleep time, we cheat on our eating time, and we cheat on our time of the journey of our life for a student to become a better person. And then I asked the student, now tell me, are teachers cheaters? The student did not have any answer. He said, we accept, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you. That's why I tell that you are the educationist. We know. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. Excellent. Then from room number 3.
Hello. Yeah. So we had some good discussion. There are a few points like experience sharing by everyone. Like Subbaraju sir, he actually mentioned that, you know, the teacher, his favorite teacher was the one who told him that you are genius, and that changed Subbaraju sir's mindset. And he wanted to excel because of the motivation received from the teacher, from the math teacher. So motivation, giving motivation to the students is one of the characteristics for student engagement by the teacher. Similarly, in my case, it was my English teacher when first time we learned English. So what he did unique was that he drew all the time in the classroom. He would draw the pictures and he would encourage us to learn the English by direct method, means not use our mother tongue. And he also had very good handwriting, and he wanted us to use, I mean, always have good handwriting and forever have an oath to not change our handwriting to the bad one. Then we have Anil sir. He remembers his vividly his teachers at a very early age. After so many years, basically the math teacher who actually let the students come to the board and in a participative way solve the problems. And not only the problems, but basically he would comment about like how to live life better, how to adopt values.
The battery is running.
So probably some network problem. So I can continue.
Yes, sir, please do.
Okay. So this is for me, how to eat, live, sleep, moral values. This is what my teacher used to tell me when I was just in class 9th and 10th. Those values are still embedded with me. It has impacted my life as written. So he used to call us at the blackboard and tell every student to solve the problem. He was just teaching in such a way. Thank you. So who is next, please? Please, we can share our own in our group one by one. Group number 3, please come on. The screen is
The
disabled.
screen share is not there. Screen share is not there.
You please tell one by one your own experience. Please tell.
Actually, I remember my primary school and the primary school teachers. They used to teach in English, and all those teachings during those older, very small, when I was very small, those teachings were nicely embedded in me, and I got attracted to the language, English language, and it has helped me a lot in my career. Thank you.
Who is next in our group, sir? Please speak.
Hello, good evening. Myself Jagdish. I in my middle school class 5 to 10, I am lucky to have my best teacher, model teacher, Mr. N.C. Das. Actually, he was history teacher, and as well as he was NCC teacher. So he always used to tell us, first you build your health. If you are having sound health, you will be able to achieve everything in your life. If you are not good, your health is not good, you cannot do anything. So he started showing us some freehand exercise and yogasan, and in our NCC period also we used to do some PT exercise that we started doing regularly as per his advice. And as a teacher, history teacher, he used to tell so many stories that I realize that he used to tell us story to teach us any subject, and he used to learn very easily, and he was so friendly to us. We accepted him as our elder brother, and that time we were giving only 50 rupees as a tuition fees for private tutor to him as a private tutor, but he used to spend more than 200 rupees per student for giving us the tiffin, because he had no time, restricted time, 2 hours, 1 hours. He used to teach us so many, without seeing any clock. You come at, suppose you come at 5 o'clock, you can learn up to 10, 11 in the evening, night also. He will teach you everything. And this teaching style was so good that you will not be tired. You will not be, you will not lose your concentration. And I also found that he is equally competent in teaching us in history, geography, apart from science and mathematics. He influenced me a lot to build my career. I always feel my gratitude to him. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, next person. Thank you.
Okay.
Let us be very crisp.
Looking at time, should I just sum up?
Yes. Rajendra ji, you are there. Please continue. Please
yeah,
continue.
I'm back. Sorry about my
no problem. Please continue.
Issues. Okay. So basically, see, what we saw as a just to summarize is that the teacher actually should be able to not just teach the main subject, but the teacher should actually be able to inspire the people about the life values, and from the teacher's own actually behavior, the student should be able to deduce those values directly. And basically all sorts of participation, whether coming to the whiteboard or blackboard, or actually solving the problems, asking questions, or the student telling the stories, and then allowing the students to imagine and actually interpret those stories. So those are, I think, the interactive ways which we summarized. So basically two things: the values from the life and the participative nature, where the students actually learn by the implicit way. So those are, I think, the summary of everybody's discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you. Very,
Actually,
very well summarized.
Anil,
Very
thank you, Anilji. Actually, my question was that only. Share your experience. So you nicely share your experience related to your memorable teacher. So how the Jagadish explained about his memorable event. The teacher was a very good friend to us. That is the main point. Emotionally, he is connected to the students. That's why now itself he remembered the name. So that is the main point. Actually, he should motivate each and every student. The external motivation is very much important for the students. Thank you, Anilji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then the next perspectives from the room number 4.
This is Amir from room number 4. I am representing room number 4. Vineet, Lakshmi, Tasneem, and HM and myself were there in the room. So I will share each and everyone's inputs. So first I will start with Tasneem. So her teacher was Ms Chakravarti. She was an algebra teacher. What she used to do is, after teaching the subject, that algebra, she used to call the students and also tell them to repeat the same what she has taught. So that makes everyone comfortable with the teacher and get confident with the subject. So this was her experience with her favorite teacher. And the inputs that she has given for engagement, she said that we have to, the teacher should give the responsibility to the student, like give some project, give some topic, so that they can do that work. After doing, the teacher should acknowledge and appreciate, or if anything wrong done, it has to be corrected. The other thing she mentioned is like the teacher should conduct some tests, like for example, psychometric tests, to analyze the potential of the student. So after analyzing the potential of the student, then she can teach her or him accordingly to the potential. Like she has given the example of a Tare Zameen movie as well. And other thing she told about engagement is tell the subject in a way of storytelling, so that the student get engaged. This is about Ms. Tasneem. And I'm coming to Vineet. Vineet's favorite teacher was physics. He was A.K. Kaul, and basically he's from Kashmir. And he used to teach the subject in a funny way. He used to present the equations in a very funny way, so that the students will get comfortable with the physics subject. And his inputs for engagement are like asking valid questions, and also develop the idea, find the niche about the student, and find the potential and analyze. And also he told that to improve the memory techniques, so that the students will have a memory, and he will recollect the memory, and he will get back to the subject in a proper way. And also he also told that the teacher should make the students in a comfort zone, so that, and also he should imbibe some good habits, so that they will feel comfortable, like smiling or maybe connected with the student, something like that. And coming to me, my teacher was Elizabeth. She was an English teacher. I used to learn she was very polite. She used to teach the English subject, the English language. And apart from that, she used to teach take the non-detailed classes those time. I don't know nowadays non-detail is there or not. So she used to tell in such a way that I used to feel that I am in the story itself. So narration was very good, very polite. She was very polite. Even the students do some naughty things in the class, she doesn't used to scold or something like that. She was very polite. So this was from room 4. Thank you very much. Oh, one more thing I missed it. Ms. Tasneem also told that the teacher should upgrade herself. Teacher should upgrade with the current trend, how exactly the technology, and also the student should feel that the teacher is with them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amitji. You have designed your answers in a pakka manner. The two questions, the answer is in a wonderful manner. Really, thank you so much, Amitji. And also in the group, you have explained about the back visually, how the teacher should connect with the students visually and auditory way and the kinesthetic way. Then also the students must feel the comfort zone with the in the classroom. And also you stress the point that the teacher should update it. That is very much important. You actually from all, thank you so much, my dear teachers. What we understood from the breakout room is the upcoming slides, all the points are covered inside the breakout rooms. So there is no necessary for me to explain all the things in the upcoming slides. Actually, thank you. Thank you. Everyone is scholar in our group. Okay. Now I'm going to share the next one. Actually, what we have discussed so far, that is the project-based learning. See, it's a very flexible and dynamic pedagogy that may be different for different groups in a particular class. That is actually there is no rules and regulations for this type of teaching methods, my dear friends. We should design our teaching system like the project-based learning. What is coming?
Ma'am, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I'm
Not
sharing.
shared yet. Yeah, it's not shared, I think.
Can you see? Can you see my?
No, madam.
No,
No.
We are not able to see.
Not yet.
It is not visible, ma'am.
Now, can you see?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
Oh, sorry, just a minute.
Why do you echoed me?
I'm sharing my screen. What happens?
Are you sharing your
Yeah, ma'am, now
entire
it is
desktop?
I'm
visible.
sharing. Wait. Sorry.
Are you sharing your entire desktop, or are you trying to share only your PowerPoint?
Entire PowerPoint only. Can you see now?
No. You can try sharing your desktop, and then yes, I think it's coming up now. Just
Yeah.
yes, I can see it now. Yes.
Now, can you see?
We can see, ma'am.
Very
We
good.
can see.
Actually, I should update myself to such a type of technical improvement. I should understand. Otherwise, I cannot manage my class, isn't it? Yes. Very nice experience for me also. I can manage. Thank you, nature. Thank you, myself. I manage it. Okay. Actually, what we discuss in our breakout room, that is the project-based learning. We can give the particular topic to the groups, and then ask them to analyze the topic, and then they will create the solution to the topic, and then they represent the solution to the classroom, to all the groups. That is the project-based learning. Actually, we can also provide them the different social topic to them to do the analysis for them, like the political situation of India now. What is the major natural calamities what we are facing now? That also given to the students to analyze, and then they will design some solution to that such type of problem. So there is no particular strategies to for a project-based learning. We are the teachers, and we should design a particular project-based teaching system. We should design our own project, our own style. We should follow our own style. That is the project-based learning teaching model. So we are discussed so many models, and here I show one picture. Okay. Actually, inquiry-based learning, that is also one type of teaching method. Here I saw a picture like this, but I am not able to understand at the particular point. So here also I am going to give you a breakout room. Only 10 minutes I will give you.
Madam Kanaka Pratap, madam, it is not possible because you have already exceeded your limit of 7:45.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
I will request you to close as early as possible. We have another program coming up.
Okay, sir.
Maybe we can do it next time with more time allotted to you. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir. Okay, actually, I find difficult to understand this picture. Can anyone unmute yourself and say what you understand from this picture? I need only one.
Can I, ma'am?
Yes, Ravi sir.
Actually, we can see two elements here. One is a bigger animal and one is a smaller animals. As far as my understanding is concerned, one is a teacher and other is a student who are discussing on a topic, and both of them cannot come to the common conclusion. Each one wants to prove themselves that this is right, this is right. So that is why they are head on and trying to brainstorm and find the solution, that what is the right solution.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Actually, that is correct. Inquiry-based learning, what is meant by you should think about it, the teacher. You should think about it. There are so many ways. Giving opportunities to the students, that's the main thing. We should not ask questions to them. They should raise the questions related to the topic. And then they have to answer. They have to analyze the problem. That will improve their problem solving skill, their own skill. They don't know, but they are having the competence to solve the problem. So this type is also related to the project-based teaching system. So here comes, actually in our education system, there are so many theories are there, tools are there to improve our teaching system. So here I came to know about the Bloom's taxonomy. That is a wonderful tool. Actually, the Benjamin Bloom, he provided the tool to how to improve our teaching methods. I'm not going to explain. Already we scholars, we teachers, we already know about the Bloom's taxonomy. Actually, how we implement these strategies in my teaching, that is the main point. Actually, in the Bloom's taxonomy, what Benjamin invented is, that is the noun words are there. in the 21st century's Bloom's taxonomy, they converted the nouns into verbs. That is the difference here. The knowledge and comprehension, application, analysis, they are all nouns. And then in the 21st century, the Bloom's taxonomy reinvented. That is that contains the verbs. That's all. Actually, in the Bloom's taxonomy, what he tried to explain the 3 types of domains: cognitive domain, affective domain, and the psychomotor domain. We don't want to think over about these particular words. We should know what is meant by cognitive thinking, how to make the students to think. That is our main question. How to make the students to think about the subject and think what they are thinking about the teacher itself, and how they are having their knowledge, how they are having their competence, how they are going to implement. These are all coming under this cognitive domain. So the teacher should understand the knowledge, what I am going to teach, and how they are potentially, they are qualified, capability to understand my teaching. That is the first thing. And then corporate, they are going to summarize the knowledge. They are going to understand what the teacher is delivering. So these are all coming under the question, how to make the students to think. They should apply the strategies to solve the problems, to understand the subject, analyze, and then synthesize, and then get the correct strategy, correct understanding about their problem, about their subject. This is the way help the teacher to improve the cognitive domain of the students. How you connect with the cognitive domain? Emotionally, the teacher should connect it to the students. That is the affective domain. So in the affective domain, how to make the student to think. That is the affective domain. So you are the giver and they are the receiver. So how they are receiving? I should emotionally connected. The neurocoupling should happen in between myself and my students. Then only what I am going to convey the ideas, that will be exactly the same ideas will be grabbed by the students. That is the receiving and responding. They are responding to the ideas, to the suggestions, to the knowledge given by the teacher. So, and valuing this, they value the subject and they value the way of delivery, and they value all the personality of the teacher itself. So that only they should accept myself as a friend, like Jagadish has said. So they should value everything. How should I make the students to value perfectly? That is the question that should be in my mind. So how to organize all the things and characterizing each and every, they should channelize every subjects, every ideas, and then they synthesize. Everything comes under the affective domain. And then the psychomotor domain, that is bring into action how you going to develop their skills. That is hands-on practice, change and the development in behavior and skills. How to improve the skills of the each and every student in my classroom. That is the question I should have in my mind. That will come under the psychomotor domain. That's all. So I can design my innovative ideas for my classroom. I should understand each and every student's capacity, and then for that capacity, for that resources, I have to design my way of teaching, how to implement, how to make them in the action plan. That comes under the psychomotor domain. So these 3 ways the teacher can connect with the students. This there is also another tool help us to become a good teacher. That is the flip. We can easily understand the flexible environment. The environment inside the class should be flexible. That is comfortable zone. They should feel the comfortable zone. That is the main important thing. Learning culture shifts. We should not stand in the old culture. We should update ourselves, and we should understand the mentality of the student, and we should go and go their level. What Arunji often said, that our delivery should be understood by the 6-year-old student. That same way, we should adjust our learning culture. That will help us to engage the students in a good manner. The intentional content, intense drive energy. See, that intention, my intention and their intention should be coincidence. Otherwise, there should be no engagement in the classroom. So the interpersonal relationship we should have considered in this flip tool. So these tools will help us to improve our teaching system. Then I can be a professionally good educator. This actually, in this tool also help us to the nowadays situations, current situations. That is, now we are having the online classes. How I should design my online class? How should I connect with my students in the online class in an emotional manner? There is also some strategies. Assign the readings with questions to answers. So many, ask the questions and put down the questions in the videos and ask them to bring the answers and evaluate it. Discuss with your students in the online program and create your various videos. Very interesting. You collaborate your movements, physical movements in the mathematics. Like Shah said, in the mathematics class also, you can add so many movements, physical movements that will help to attract your students towards your subject matter. That is very much important. And also you provide the demonstration videos. That is the, it should be very short time videos. The videos should be in a short time. Otherwise, they cannot connect with us. These should have a concentration in putting the videos in a short time videos. And the discussion group must be very interesting. I don't know how to explain how interesting the discussion group. We all already know how to get the attention of the students in the class. So that is very much important. We should follow the digital curriculum, like the Gurukulam. I should follow the guru and disciples. I should appreciate my students. I should accept my students. Everyone is having the capacity, having the potential to be a good human being. I should follow the holistic teaching methods in my class to engage the students. So here, for that,
Kanaka ma'am, is it possible to close early? It is already +8+.
Okay, sir, I will do. So the implicit learning, I in the student, we already know how to be the implicit learning. We should encourage the implicit learning by giving a good explicit learning, the external motivation. They need how to motivate our students. That will help us to engage the class. They are the future pillars of our culture. So here, the progressive learning, the same way John Dewey also explained the instrumentalism, how to give the holistic life for the students. That is also an important tool to improve our teaching. Here, we should introduce the quality circle time inside our class. The quality circle time, they can, each and every students can show their ideas about the class and about their uncomfortable zone. They can share their ideas and they transfer that ideas to the teachers that can help us to improve our engagement. So these are the points. We should understand how the archetype of our students, we should have the back within us, and we how our words, we should believe the power of our words. So that power will reflect to the students, and that will help us to engage our students. If you follow all these tools, believe yourself, you engage your students. Thank you, friends. Thank you so much. Over to Sapriji.
Thank you, Kanaka Pratap madam, for sharing your perspective on the student engagement. And I thank all the participants today who have actually wonderfully participated and contributed to today's program. Let us, I think we won't have time for question answers today. So we will close the program right now, and let us join tomorrow for the next program in the series, which is going to be Self-Awareness by Dr. Darshana Vithalani. So please register and join tomorrow's program as well, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.